Long time no see. I'm the factory. At the beginning of last month, we released a video of this test rack. The feedback from you seems that many people want it. This was beyond my expectation, but let me tell you again, it's really designed for testing needs. It's not for open use on the desktop. As a computer case, a month has passed. Today, I will introduce to you again the progress of some improvements of this machine. Can you see any changes in it? Now, isn't it that there's not much change except color? Of course, the color is not improved. This color, it's just that it was just sampled from the factory without color. Let me introduce to you the specific improvements of the machine. Let's start with the motherboard. After laying it down like this, lift up the PCIe bracket first and slide it to its installation position. Align the screw holes of the motherboard with these stainless steel, or positioning pins, the sliding buckle of the locating pin, the sliding buckle and the positioning post. There are some improvements. The positioning pins of the previous sample, I drew it according to the regular thickness of the motherboard. The groove below it, each screw hole on our motherboard, actually they will be offset up and down. These raised solder bumps actually help our motherboard to better ground the board. They're also help to fix the screws. These raised solder bumps make the thickness of the board thicker than the thickness of the motherboard, so it can't slide into the groove I designed on the motherboard. So now the new version of the positioning post, the height of the groove pot has been increased, so the motherboard can slide into the slot and fit more deeply. The sliding buckle on the other end has also been slightly improved. The previous slide buckle. These 3 custom positioning screws were wrapped inside the main structure. The position of the screw is relatively low, but the part that we touch with the motherboard, the contact point of the slider, is higher. In fact, when I was squeezing it, when I open and close it, the force applied to it is unbalanced, which will also cause the clamping screw and the inner wall of the space where it is located will rub against. This often leads to one side being stuck. Now, one have raised these corresponding positions, have been raised. And the grip I use to pinch, it has been raised. So it is now relatively smooth. So it is less likely to get stuck easily. There is another change that cannot be filmed. I'll take off this motherboard first. In fact, the part that my hand can reach has been narrowed from the previous width. This narrowing is because I found that this motherboard power supply interface of CPU would take up space on the back of the motherboard, and the buckle of the fixed interface will conflict with it, so I had to narrow it down. Now it's narrowed to the width of 3 fingers. It's still easy to hold and press. The positioning of this version, how strong the card holder is. This shelf is very heavy. This shelf weighs several kilograms, at least 5 or 6 kilograms. I can push the motherboard to lift the whole shelf completely. And it seems quite stable. Don't worry about it falling. But this is not good for the motherboard. Don't do this, everyone. Next, we will install a graphics card. This time with this Pratt, this graphics card can be installed. This wood grain plus these, and the golden decorations look really nice. And after lighting up, there will be a light in this position. When you watch other people's videos in the future, pay more attention to the light. The effect is actually good. The white light, let me install this graphics card. Let me show you the details. The graphics card must be aligned with the PCE socket. After aligning it, press it down gently. After pressing it in, you can see that. There is a very small detail at this position. There is a small groove. It blocks the baffle of the graphics card. So I just lift it up directly. This graphics card can't be lifted now. I stand up the whole bracket, so there's no worry. So there's no need to worry about it falling, because there is a groove which is completely stuck. How do we remove the graphics card when we remove it? For a graphics card, it has some lateral displacement. This elastic space, but when it goes to the left, this graphics card is blocked by this groove of mine. The elastic space on the right can only move so far. It will be blocked by this pillar. After moving it a little, about 1 millimeter, then lift the graphics card up a bit. Then the next step, I'm going to install the graphics card vertically. Let's take out this accessory. The bracket for the graphics extension cable. This is a sample. This is very short. This one actually can't be used, but let me use it to demonstrate. Insert it in place. Stand up the whole bracket and push down the PCIe bracket. Before installing the graphics card, we need to lift this bracket a little bit, then rotate and open it. Align the graphics card with the PCIe socket. After inserting it, then turn the PCIe bracket over. Turn it over and it will be basically aligned. The position of the graphics card's baffle after putting it on, there are 2 screw holes,
which are M3 screws that can be twisted by hand.
To completely fix the baffle, based on the proposal from Fatty last time, there are still some graphics cards. It has 3 slots, right? So this position, this slot is actually a bit larger, which can be compatible with 3-slot cards. Do you have a question that
if I don't use screws to fix my graphics card,
if I don't fix it with screws, 2-slot, and I just use it like this, and then you put this thing on it, it won't swing back and forth. It looks quite safe, but this bracket is directly rotated from this side, so it can be rotated. It can also be turned back. So if it accidentally opens directly, what should I do actually? I want to tell you, it can't be turned back. Now for this thing, I turn it to this position. There is a sunken step. This is also a new and improved small detail. In our last video, there was a bug in the assembly process. It's actually the cold plate bracket.
This cold radiator bracket is actually an appearance.
Compared to last time, the biggest difference from our previous one. Let me show you this new tire bracket, this new radiator bracket.
Let me open it to this position first.
Let me show you the details.
This part here can be stretched.
The longest it can
hold this cold plate.
A little over 140 millimeters. Now I'll take a common 360 cold plate. 360 cold plate for everyone to show.
This is the Pratt LC 360. Put the radiator on this table first,
because the cold head is heavy, so it will fall when you let go. I lift the shelf up first, and it's clamped. The spring of this bracket is a bit loose now. I can replace it later, a tighter spring later. The clamping force will be better after clamping it. You can see the normal 360. The cold head can actually fit into the CPUS position. Now this installation mode, some people may have doubts if you install it like this. When I lie down and do the test, the cold air from the radiator doesn't come out normally.
This radiator has not only this installation method, there is also a rotating mechanism on this side.
When turning this part over,
it actually shortens the cold plate.
The clamping frames, the width of the cold plate.
In this way, there is a second form, the second form of cold plate installation.
So when lying down like this, the CPUS cold plate, the Asian and air outlet will be fine.
Now I'm just giving you a preliminary demonstration.
This is the effect of it.
Why did I always say that this set of things,
it's not that kind of as an open desktop for open desktop. It has many quick installations. These quick installations are not very stable, actually, but it's really convenient. It can be picked up easily. Let me rotate it for you. First, it's in the default state. It should be at this angle. At this angle. I can hold it as a handle
or turn it upside down to use as a handle.
Of course, the handle is not the purpose of design. Moreover,
I don't recommend you to carry it with hardware,
because sometimes if the hardware is not installed firmly, if you lift it like this, it will fall and the balance of the hardware is off.
The front part must be heavier than the back.
It will definitely tilt. So this handle is for moving the empty rack. This handle
is not just for the purpose of being a handle.
It's mainly a part of the cold plate bracket.
The middle part is so big.
If it's not hollowed out, it doesn't look good. So after hollowing, it also has a lifting function by chance. That's probably it. So this improved cold rolled bracket is more convenient to use than the previous one.
And it looks more sturdy and neat in appearance.
It also has the function of a handle. Those with a good memory may remember
our sliding power supply bracket.
It was previously at this position.
I need to use a hexagon wrench to twist it
and adjust the screw rod and then adjust the position of the bracket. Now, I don't need a hex wrench.
I directly made an integrated dial here.
Just twist this dial. You can adjust the position of the bracket. This position, just put a power supply in it and push it into the slot. At first, it will be a little crooked and need to hold it. Then I'll turn this dial. Okay. The power supply is installed properly.
As for this current version,
it's not the final version yet.
After doing these tests,
I found some small compatibility details issues.
Now, when I turn this dial is a little bit tiring.
The smoothness of the graphics card bracket
and the adjustment of the force of the spring inside need to be further processed.
The formation of the motherboard's card slot.
Now, it's because
the compression space of the spring inside is not enough.
So this stroke is not, it hasn't been squeezed all the way down in this position. Should be able to be squeezed to the bottom later. There will be no gap in the middle.
After modifying these details,
it should be more perfect. Today's progress report on the FF11. The progress report of this test stand. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.